Yeah,
Okay.
the audience can. Your audience can now see me struggle to keep a consistent accent for Leilu
Oh,
again.
that's it. These are again unlisted
Oh,
until Gath
Are you recording or are you streaming them?
recording, straight up recording,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
okay,
delete the
then.
recordings when they're uploaded.
Ooh, Gabe, that's like a one track to getting your half of your fucking catalog becoming lost media.
Well, that's it. Most of my catalog will become lost media if I lose my account because that's also where all my D&D stuff is.
Well, yeah, you're not. You don't have 400 hard drives to store all
Yeah.
this shit on. Nobody does. And
That's fair.
it's fine having most of your work become lost media. Half of Doctor Who is lost media.
Yeah. Also, like half of Doctor Who is horrible. So let's be real.
It was they had £5 budget.
Yeah.
They
Not
had the budget of whatever change they could find behind the sofa.
They were allowed to film in a quarry for free. They stole a camera off the BBC, and we got what we got.
I'm going to confess to something. When I was a younger teenage girl, I used to be like I don't want to say fan of Torchwood. I would just brain rot about it because of that one gay ship in it.
Oh,
I,
did you
Is that
did you know that Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who?
I don't even
Look
know
how
what
clever
Torchwood
it was.
is.
I
Torch.
didn't know that actually.
You didn't know that as a
Well, I
joke.
don't know. I thought it was some like English term for fucking.
You just never knew where the name Torchwood came from.
No, I
It's
didn't because I
it's
didn't watch the
Fair.
show. I just go on YouTube and Google like gay moments between these two characters because I was a fucking idiot child who was obsessed with gay people for some reason.
Who
um
isn't obsessed with gay?
Torchwood is an anagram of Doctor Who. That was that was it. That was as clever as that show got.
Why? What are you doing? Why is this? Fuck! I'm so confused.
Aren't we
It's
all?
I'm asking it to put this image as a token image, and it's just putting a different image.
You're not doing it in the right point. Would you like me to come and help?
I'm gonna pause this recording. It's been recording for like 3 minutes now, and I thought we were starting, so I'm gonna pause it now.
You're absolutely struggling. Do you want me to come help?
We'll be starting as soon as I can figure this shit out. Right, so I want this to be the image for K. Which isn't a fucking real image.
Gabe,
Yeah,
Okay, you go for Dark Warrior. You just
sorry again about JoJo thing.
dude, it's okay. Love you, man.
Yes, because they're supposed
I
to be
love
in
you
hell.
too.
Because if we don't watch JoJo today, tomorrow, Snotty, you're clearing your schedule. I don't care. We'll watch JoJo.
What's stopping us from watching it tonight after the game is over? Hmm?
Because of my game, unless you're willing to stay up really late.
Oh,
Because my
sorry,
game is definitely gonna be like 4 hours.
I'm kind of sorry. I'm just used to always playing after Jess's games after
Which is where my
yours.
screenshot.
Yeah, I know.
What are you looking at?
Live lately reaction
Oh, I
of
was looking in
Fable
desktop.
licking mud.
Don't just delete them once I don't need them anymore. There you go.
Abel, I have precisely 3 brain cells that I use every day. Please
I
stop
just save
making me
everything to my
want 2
desktop
of
and
them
then
on me.
delete it once I'm done with it.
Oh, that's weirdo behavior.
Chomp, chomp,
I
chomp,
know
chomp,
what's
chomp, chomp,
going
chomp.
How will you stop?
No, I'm not gonna stop because this is easier.
Well, me and my 2 blankets are going to live over here and ignore the fact that you do that.
What did Gap do?
Gas being weird, and I bet you do the same thing, so I'm not
What?
even going to bring it up.
What? No, tell me. I need to know.
Save everything to your desktop and then just delete it when you don't need it anymore.
Oh, no.
You don't just save all your files to your desktop.
Nope. I actually have folders. My problem becomes once I'm done with everything that I don't need anymore, I forget to delete it in the random
Yeah,
folder that it's in.
I got lots of old stuff that I need to
So-
delete one day.
You just are wrong.
Good.
I get it. I'm a.
Well, I'm not that surprised. Your actual files just live in a drawer.
I get it. I'm a lunatic with no organizational skills.
No, Gath, baby, come here.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah. If you can train under one of these two characters, which one would it be? Wednesday, Bitchmite, or Fable?
Well, one of them is a human being who has the ability to talk to other human beings, and the other one isn't.
One of
One's a
them will give
cat
me
folk.
alcohol.
Yeah, one's alright. One's a cat person who can talk to other humans and like impart knowledge, and the other one can't. So
Unless you want to like
one of them
learn
is,
magic.
and this 16-year-old is a competent teacher,
No.
not the person who spent years training and discipline in a martial academy. No, the person who's just shown up.
Right,
Here's the-
We're gonna start, and I'm gonna draw out the opening until this other person gets here.
Lovely.
I just want to say, Bitchmite wasn't trained in a school. She was trained under one person.
And
Who wishes to start?
Yeah. All right, I'm
what
ready.
there was
Now.
last time on
Yes. Does anyone wish to give us a last time on Reverse Atlantis?
last time on Reverse Atlantis, we figured out that the lovely Jezebel has been sold to the Whale,
Dun-dun-dun.
who I can't imagine doesn't look like Brendan Fraser
Now that you
from
said
the
it,
film The
now I'm
Whale.
thinking that. And I
Okay,
hate you.
certainly an option.
What it won Oscars. It was a film. It's a folk city full of inventors has recently come to the surface. I got a +1 rapier. We then went back to the lovely Bears, where we spent the night. From there, we followed the river to the ocean. We met some dwarves. We drank dwarf booze. The goblins have been drinking lighter oil, lamp fluid, and they haven't stopped doing that. Don't know if we should be concerned. We had
Lamp oil. I feel I have not conveyed this very well. Lamp oil is a brand of Everclear.
okay, so it's not they're not just drinking
It's
lamp
not
oil.
just lamp. No, it's like 80% great, like Everclear, but it's called lamp oil.
That's slightly better. I thought they had been drinking lamp oil.
In
It wouldn't
either
put it
way,
past these goblins. We then had some what I wrote down as snake issues. I don't know if Gabe wants to
So,
explain in more detail what I wrote snake
sure.
issues.
As well remember, we found some snakes and they just kind of wandered off, you know? They tickled us and wandered off.
Yeah, sure. That's how I.
I remember somebody punching a snake repeatedly whilst getting bitten by said snake.
Yeah? Why were you
Yeah.
getting bit by snakes and punching them?
Yeah,
I don't
some
know.
small child who, again, not sure on their abilities and if they should be outside adventuring with us or locked in a small cell with foam walls. And then we
Yeah,
met
but you love her.
Nottingham, the cowbell man.
it's a bloody Moscow. Wait, Moscow.
I don't have Nottingham, the merchantman's name.
He never gave you his name.
No, so cowbell merchantman did some selling and buying with us. Before we got to a trading post, and I brought home 3 deers.
I bought a lot of different spell stuff, and I spent time making my head eat them.
I don't remember
Yes.
much significant I did last session, to be honest.
It's fine. You got to watch someone get
No,
bitten by
I'm
snakes
not
and
venting.
almost die.
I'd say the
I'm
number
not
one thing was watching Gabe try and fight a
I'm not like upset,
snake.
by the way. I'm just pointing out that
No, that's fine.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
No, the number one thing that happened was Gabe failing to kill a snake. Internet problems from Snoddy.
Yeah.
That fighting of the snake take like almost an hour.
It was just embarrassing though to watch as well. Be
It was
like,
less than an hour.
what is this character you've built where you cannot deal with a single snake?
If I was using spells, I could have.
Yeah, I was worried you were genuinely going to die to a single snake.
Literally, if it went one more round, I would have used a spell and killed it.
I was worried you were going to die to a single snake.
Not gonna lie, kinda was too.
I'm like, at
I
what
make
point do you step
mistakes.
in as a grown up?
Yeah, at what point do we have to step in and help?
My
You know, you're
character's
like-
a child.
They are
Yeah.
a child.
It's like, well, this 16-year-old clearly wants independence. At the same time, they're wrestling a snake. Like, it's a sort of mental breakdown thing we need to get involved in. When do you step up to be a paternal figure for a child wrestling a snake?
Do
It's
do
up
we
to
need
you.
to call someone?
The answer was never. Actually, I wanted to have my bird kill it, but then we skipped past that and we do for ages.
It did kill it.
It's
though.
a learning lesson.
Yeah. What did we learn? A lot.
What do we learn? We don't try and pick up snakes.
You gotta snare the snake.
Yeah, don't just hold it when it repeatedly bites you and pump
Yeah.
hallucinogenic venom. So yes, you have all settled into this trading post for the evening.
finally.
You sit by the fire. You sit by the fire. Laylu, you stare into the fire with the goblins, watching the mesmerizing crackles and keeping warm. Fable, you and your talking head are practicing and training in the arcane arts to learn these additional spells.
All it takes is the head chewing on paper.
And Ramona, you sit with your bountiful harvest.
Also, I do want to say, Gath, you're coming out of both mics again.
You need to down the sensitivity on your headset here.
Yeah. They get right by my computer.
Wish I
Why is
had-
this so inconsistent week to week?
Wish I had the problem of my partner coming through the Discord mic. It's,
I wish I had the problem that my partner, wasn't a hoe, but, nothing's
Wow.
perfect.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know, right? Sucks.
Alright, yeah, so we all just sort of bedding in for the night.
You're all settling in for the night, and unless any one of you particularly wants to do anything special this evening, you eventually have your goblin meal. The goblins are actually approached by the game master, and in exchange for cooking for the whole camp is given all the food they need to prepare a feast. And the entire camp comes in for this feast, all 5 people.
Oh, there's not that many, but it's nice. Are we all witnessing this head eating bits of paper?
Yes.
Depends how publicly Fable's doing it.
Yeah. Fable did it at the bar with, at the tavern from before, the place where we're staying, the inn. She doesn't mind people just watching her jam these papers into the heads, like loosening the thread over the lips, and then shoving the paper in, and then helping the jaw chew on the paper.
Yeah, then I think Ramona will come over.
Mm.
What is it that you're doing?
Oh, I bought some spell scrolls from the merchant over there. And
Yes,
right
it's
now,
not how one typically learns from a scroll.
Oh, no. See, a scroll is a one-time use, but if my magical head eats it and whispers to me, I then will be able to use that spell.
If it's not reading the bit of paper, it's eating the bit of paper, and you somehow get better at magic from that.
Yes. See, by eating the paper and the formula on the paper, it is absorbed into the knowledge of the head. And once it is absorbed inside the knowledge of the head, it whispers into my ears. And once it whispers into my ears, it teaches me that formula. And in an instant, I learn. But it might be an instant in real time, but it's like I enter a weird, I guess you can say, another world where a mysterious being shows me how to do it. And then I
I
get the
don't
knowledge of that spell.
I don't understand magic. Magic tends to confuse me.
Oh, it's more of a witch thing. Wizards, they have to read it, study it, copy it. But us witches, we're special. We're special. And then some people get their magic from gods. I mean, here. Fable's gonna take the head as it's chewing. It's like making these like really. She's like moving its jaw. It's making these really like wet, sloppy sounds, even though the head looks as dry as the desert. She moves the head close to your ear, and you can just gently hear faint noises.
This does not help me understand how magic works any better. It is not just a horrible head by my face.
It's like it's uncomfortably close to your ear.
Like, what keeps this doing what it does?
Oh. Honestly,
You don't know.
I think it's the person who gives me my power. It's the one the head works for. Beings beyond our understanding.
That doesn't explain how.
Well, I never thought of it.
No, why would you?
I mean, this head raised me, taught me everything, said it was from its master, and I accepted it. And ever since then, I have been learning as I go along. But there is
Have you been
natural.
learning, or does this voice just tell you what to do?
When it comes to spells, yes. And certain other things, I also listen to the voice. But to gain more knowledge, I've also studied herbs, other kind of remedies that lead to magic in itself. I know how to create healing potions, oils, so many unique things. And I'm so grateful that I can. You see this oil right here? As she pulls out this kind of weird greenish liquid. This is oil. When I slather it on certain things, it turns them into snakes. Actually, I used it in front of you at the Goblins. Where we
Yes.
met my union. Or our union.
The Union?
Yes.
For the Union.
Is
The
it
Union!
the Union?
The Union. Look, the Union was a fucking joke.
What do you mean the Union's a joke? How dare you say that?
Yeah, the fuck? The union's not a joke. It's great. Hello.
It's on
Oh.
fire.
I am late. I'm sorry.
It is okay. It happens
No
to the best of
problem.
us.
Yeah. The first session we invited you to was on the wrong day, so.
I see.
As in, yeah,
So-
now new player is here.
Hmm.
Personal introductions, I guess.
Okay, so should I introduce myself or my character first?
Yourself. I'll introduce your character in a moment once we hit the correct point.
Okay, so my name, you can call me Gabby. I'm from Brazil. I have been playing tabletop RPGs for years now, I think. And, well, it's kind of it, really. I don't know what to say.
It's fine,
Yeah.
Gabby. It's nice to have you here.
I'm glad to be here.
The person
By the way,
disconnecting and reconnecting is Snotty, and they're just having internet issues.
I see. By the way, are we using Roll20 or something?
We're using Foundry. I'll drop a link into the server.
Please, yes.
I need to add you as an actor, actually.
We're sadly unpaid actors.
Yeah, that's. Gabe, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I am Gabriel, Gabe, Gustavo. There's been a few people who call me Gabby as well. Rubbish, Don. Doesn't matter what you call me as long as I know you're addressing me. Uh, I was introduced to tabletop through the lovely Jess here,
Hmm.
and I like to play really weird characters
Sounds fun.
when I play
Yeah.
tabletop games.
Yeah, I'm Jess. I've played tabletop games for a while, also Muffin. And I play sort of more normal characters. I'm usually the DM, so this is a bit new to playing actual characters again.
Sounds cool.
And then I'd get Snoddy to introduce themselves, but the internet issues seem to be growing.
Yes,
Yeah.
not seems to be
Yeah,
having
I've
serious
noticed.
problems. They just DM'd me.
Snotty, unplug and replug in your router.
Yeah, like their house full of people is gonna let them do that.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Charlie.
Uh, this isn't happening in other servers, so I think Discord is just being racist to this one.
It's not the first time we've had problems with this server, is it?
This server's from a really
Unusual.
old version of Discord, so I mean, I get it.
Which you can make a new server if you'd like.
No, 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 no. It's not necessary.
Uh,
But hello, new person.
Hello.
Snods, we are doing vague personal introductions. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, as characters or as people?
People, characters shall be done shortly.
Okay. I'm a snotty, and I like to draw. I can't think of anything else.
That's cool. That's cool.
My name
My
is
boyfriend
Snotty.
also.
I draw.
Yeah, my boyfriend also draws, so very a lot in common between you two, I guess.
There's two artists here. Cause
Yeah.
this I was about to this person here also likes to draw.
Nice.
Get in the game.
Nico, say
I
hello.
can't draw. I can't draw a straight line.
Same here. I can't draw for shit.
I'm actually working on character art for my character.
Yes, and I am Gathwin, currently DM and Master of Your Destruction at the moment,
Mm.
and organizer of the party's chaos. So yes, now that our new player is here, what I shall do is I shall expedite the current scene going on and say, the three of you go to rest. You spend the night resting as a group. And then after you spend the night resting as the group, you wake up in the morning, you pack your camp, and you set off for the day. During your day's travel, nothing of interest comes up. It is rather uneventful, which is nice, 'cause it means you're not getting attacked. But then, as it comes to the late afternoon, early evening, you approach on what is a tavern in the wilderness, and you hear shouting coming from the back of this tavern, the garden.
I wonder
And
what's going
as
on.
you run back into this tavern, you see, as you run into the garden of this tavern, you see a group of skeletons surrounding two peasants. And please introduce Kane visually.
Uh, Kane would be a tall elf. He has a few patches of blue on his skin and a single snake eye. Again, he's very tall and he's usually just using black overalls. That's basically it. He's also wielding a kukri, trying to fight off the skeletons.
Yes, and as you're fighting off the skeletons, if everybody would like to get into Foundry, let me just post the link.
Groovy. Also, I would like to say I tend to record these sessions and upload them unlisted just for people if they ever want to go back to it.
What's the password, by the way?
You just there's
Be
a
no password, just leave it blank.
Ah, okay. Okay. I see. I never used Foundry before, so
No, I'm still pretty new to it. I very stubbornly avoided using it our entire last game.
It's very fancy.
it is.
oh yeah, it does look very fancy.
Kane, for the moment, your token is just a kukri machete because I didn't have any art for it. If you'd like to send me some art, I'll replace it. Not
Uh,
send me any image you want to use. But for now, it's
I'll
a kukri machete.
okay. I'll look for an image later, probably.
And now I need to remember activate a scene. Right click at the top. Activate. There you go. Active scene. People switch to the current active scene.
What's it
I
say?
cannot. I cannot see anything. It's just all black for me.
All black.
Give me
Okay,
1 second.
Okay.
Need to.
Yes, Snotty. What's up?
I'm very sorry about this. It's just like I don't want them to make a new server, but at the same time, I don't want to like jeopardize the game by just constantly blinking out of existence.
The hell is going on with you?
I don't know. It's everything else on Discord is working fine except for the server.
That's. Hold on. Let me. Here's what I'm gonna do. I will make the new server.
Sorry.
No, don't be. Me and my friends. And then I'll just quickly invite everyone. invite. Yeah, just copy code. Do. Alright, I have made a server. Real quick, just want to say, Snotty's fucking up so bad in this server that I just quickly just made a new server.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
Do we want? Yeah, everyone move over to the new server
And
you've just been invited to.
Yeah. There we go. I wonder if I sent Jess one. Alright, let's... Yeah, there we go.
Please work.
Hopefully this should work.
Yeah.
To be fair, Jess's server can be pretty fucky a lot of the
We
time.
have to have some technical issues, or else it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not one of my D&D games if everything's not broken from the start.
I'm
did
sorry
it.
again.
It's okay.
Scrap paper. No, there's a initiative
Wait.
roll. Stop. Create. Huh?
We did it.
Sting. Yeah. We
There
did
we
it.
go. Nice.
Okay. Beginning. Every time you tell me this, and every time I forget how to do it, how do I roll?
Perception?
Yeah, I dragged a big box over.
I'm still loading into the game. Oh, never mind. I'm now unloaded into the game.
Wait, hang on.
It's all cool. Lovely. Because I'm a bit of a fucking idiot. Don't know if
there's
we've
a
established this yet or not.
You're definitely not an idiot.
You're not.
Can everybody please roll me initiative and then put
Ooh.
your initiative number into the chat?
Is initiative just perception?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, just plus your perception.
Fuck me.
You can roll physical dice, or you can roll in Foundry. I prefer to roll physical dice.
Oh wait, you need us to roll in Foundry. Hold on.
No,
Yep.
you can roll physical dice if you want.
I
don't have.
I rolled a 7. No, I rolled a 2 plus 5, so that's a 7.
Oof.
Meow.
On initiative. Keep. No, I just want to change date. Date? No. Leilu and Fable, what's your initiatives?
13.
13.
25. $25.
26, Snotty, get it right.
Cool. So, Leilu, you are the first to act.
Cool. All right. So, prior to Discord being transmitted, what happened? Like, who are we fighting?
You traveled through your day, you came to this tavern, you heard shouting and screaming, you came round to the back to the pub garden, and this is the scene you see. A tall elven man with patches of. Sorry, did you say grey on his skin?
Blue.
Blue. Patches of blue on his skin, a snake eye, currently standing between two peasants and a small horde of skeletons.
Oh my. Okay, that seems reasonable enough. My first action is that I'm going to approach this snake man and potentially see if he is, or whatever, if they're ally or at least in with this.
Well, he is currently trying to fend off the skeletons, and the
Okay,
skeletons are currently trying to kill him and the two peasants he is protecting.
okay. Okay, then I will make an advance on the closest skeleton I can reach to, and considering my movement is 25, that's like. Do we have diagonal rules, Gav?
Yes, yeah, you just move diagonal, it's fine.
About there. Oh, the game's paused on my screen, so I can't move
Okay.
her.
Yeah, same here.
There you go.
There we
Sorry,
go.
me.
It's okay.
I'm the problem.
Yeah, about there. Oh. I can, I can move Leo, but not her.
Can you not move Laylu at the moment?
No, I cannot. Just Leo.
Where did you want to be about here?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll figure that out in a minute. I don't quite know what I've done there.
It's okay. And then move. Actually, I'm gonna throw some javelins at the skeleton, see how effective that is. How's a 13 to hit sound?
A 13 to hit on skeletons.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's a miss.
It is most likely a miss, however, I will double check. I import whatever. I need an extra moment. The imported stat foundry are wrong because they say the skeletons have an AC of 1.
Oh,
Okay.
That seems
So
hella
let me
wrong.
just double check.
well, while you're trying to figure that out, I guess we could time
An
travel and
AC
see
of
if...
17, unfortunately, that misses.
Okay, then in that case,
They've
for
got quite
last,
a high AC.
Have very little
it's
health.
higher than half of us here, but yeah, she'll use her last action to call over Leo to help fight. Leo's is like a long tab. I really need to make a separate tab for D&D stuff. Okay, 30. Fucking hell, this thing's faster than me. Okay, here. Um, hmm. Yeah, this tiny little lion is, well, not tiny, but this small lion is currently hungry for some bones. And that'll be it for us.
So yeah, Kane, you see as I'm sorry, I can't remember what Laylu is. I just imagine Laylu as their image. Laylu's a Naga, isn't she?
He's a merfolk with slightly homebrewed stuff.
Yes, or else you would have had 5 movement.
Interesting.
Give her a wheelchair,
I guess.
Connie.
Yes, you see this rather fish-like humanoid appear from out of the edge of the pub garden, and a small, tiny lion sprint across. And as this merfolk attempts to javelin a skeleton, they miss, and the lion manages to get within melee range. It is now that skeleton's go.
Lots
That's
of weird things happening today.
There is lots of strange things happening today.
Never a normal moment in dungeons.
Yeah.
So yeah, this skeleton seems very intent on causing havoc and is going to move to here and is going to attempt a strike on the peasant.
Ugh.
14. Always way less bad than be. A 14 does indeed hit the peasant. Skeleton rushes up to this human that's been unwilling to fight as of yet and makes a melee attack. They drag their claw across this peasant's chest, ripping open their tunic and
Damn.
begin to bleed. That's their whole go, and it is the peasant who was just struck. So the peasant is going to attempt to make a trick check on the skeleton and just push it over. So that is 12 to push over the skeleton soldier, which beat the skeleton soldier's fortitude. Which it fails to do. The peasant is going to attempt to do that again. Again, the peasant's just pushing and slapping at this skeleton warrior, but seems to be completely ineffectual. Ramona, it's your go. Could you describe your character as you approach so that our new player knows? That Gabby knows.
This 5 foot tall, 5'10", human-esque woman with these sort of her-sign features, very like goat-like, long face, horns, and cloven feet. Will walk out. Do we already have our weapons drawn, or?
You do have your weapon drawn.
Lovely. The first thing I'm going to do is, I think, send my bird, which is this turkey vulture with sort of like razor sharp claws. 45 foot. Alright, the bird can't actually get within range, but close enough. And then for mine, I will use an action to make this man, my skeleton, the hunted prey. Which doesn't really do anything you've got to worry about. And then I'm going to shoot him twice with my bow.
Go for it.
That is a 23 and a 22 to hit.
Both of those hit.
Lovely. Any of them crits?
What did you say? 22 and
23.
no, neither of them are crits.
Lovely. That is 10 points of damage, and that's my turn.
Across both attacks?
Yes, just 10 total.
Lovely. Lovely. If that's your go, then Fable, it is your turn. Please describe Fable as they enter the scene.
Hurry and deal with these pests, Fable.
Well, Fable, as she, sees around, sees everything. Let me actually export the current image I'm working on of her. Real quick.
Hmm. Interesting.
Shit. Where is it?
Testing.
Testing, yes.
Yo.
That wasn't the fault of the server. I just had to move.
I see.
You know what? Here. I will just send you personally a DM of the image. Of what Fable looks like. It's not fully colored yet,
Oh,
but
looks cool. Looks cool. I like him.
yeah. It's a her, actually.
I see. I like her then.
They are all
She...
females.
she, as you say, show us how to show us what you'll do. Or what you said. She's, yes. I shall. Seeing the undead attack, seeing this new person. Let's see how far away I am. Way too far to actually do anything. So, I shall. What is... Alright, I got a first. Fable will walk out my head. Fable shall walk. Take this. 25 feet over here. That will leave her not within range. Anything. None of my, well... Is... Sorry. Is this 60 feet? Alright. Walking up to here, she moves her leaf, her cloak made of dead leaves, aside, and will attack the first undead, which I'm assuming is this one right here, with needle darts. As a fling of the wrist, and these sharp silver needles come up from her. And that's a miss. Fuck. Yeah, that's all she can do. Oh.
Okay.
Nice.
Because all her other stuff, she needs to be closer. All her class abilities need to be closer, and it would have taken her too many actions to get there. For
That's
one turn.
fine. I think this combat's only going to last 2 rounds anyway. So yes, as Fable steps into the gathering and attempts to throw needle darts missing closely, the skeleton furthest away from the group, with their bow in their hand, takes aim and looses an arrow at Leilu and Fable. Attack for Leilu. Oh fucking. Does a 26 get you?
Yes it does. My AC is 20. Does that crit or no?
No, that does not crit. It's not 10 over your armor class.
Alright, thank God.
It
Regardless,
is...
I'm hit.
Yes, you take a arrow from a long bow that pins into your shoulder, dealing 8 damage.
Ow.
And Fable does...
No. No, it doesn't.
21 hit you.
You'd be surprised if I tell you yes.
Cool. And the second arrow hits Fable for 7 damage.
Quite rude.
Gabby, are you at all familiar with the 3-action system?
Not at all.
Cool, no worries. So every turn, it's your turn next. Every turn you get 3 action points. Everything you can do will have a certain cost of action points. So to move and to make a melee attack is a single action point. Spells on your spell list will tell you how many action points they cost, and most of your special abilities tend to cost 2, but some may cost more.
Okay. A question since I'm a magus. Does using my spell strike only take one action or no?
Using your spell strike takes 2 actions.
I see. Because it's casting the spell and attacking. So yeah, I would like to use my spell strike with my ignition cantrip on this skeleton over here. Let
The
me
one in front of
roll.
you.
Yes. So that would be, let me see, 2 offense plus 9. So 1d20 plus 9. 1d20 plus 9. That's a 19. Does that hit or no?
A 19 does hit. Roll all of your damage, and could you tell me which of it is fire and which of it is melee?
Okay, let me roll for the melee first. It's just 1d6 plus 2, 4. Slashing. Now roll 3d6. Do I add my intelligence to my spell damage or no?
No, you don't add your intelligence to your spell damage unless the cantrip says so. On your character sheet, you should be able to click on the cantrip and it will give you a description,
Oh yeah,
which tells you all of the dice you need to roll and all of that.
yeah. So it's 3d6 because I am in melee range.
Melee with it, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 29 damage.
29 damage. You cleave straight through this skeleton and it
Nice,
crumples into a pile of charred bones. You killed it instantly.
nice.
You
I'm
have a single action remaining if you spell strike.
with that action, I am going to recharge my spell strike, and then I end my turn.
Lovely. And the skeleton soldier that has been injured is next up,
Mm-hmm.
and with uh, its claws, it approaches Festus, and Festus is about to be slapped in the face. Does a 15 hit Festus? Cool. Then it's going to attack again, and does a 18 hit Festus.
No, none of those hit Festus.
Oh.
My little bird is fine.
Neither of those hit Festus, and then it's the other peasant in initiative. And the other peasant in initiative is going to attempt to back away. So they're going to spend their first action moving to here. And then they're going to use their second action. I love that this is a weapon the commoners get. They pick up and throw a rock at this skeleton over here. So they just look on the ground, see a pebble, pick it up, and chuck it as hard as they can.
Incredible.
And they shoot way over the skeleton's head, and they panic and pick up another rock and try and do it again. And they hit the table directly in front of them, and that peasant has failed to hit both their rock attacks, and we are back to the top of initiative with Leilu.
Ow. She got hit in the shoulder with an arrow, but doesn't really seem too big of a deal for her. She'll probably pull it out, but wait, aren't you not supposed to pull out arrows? Whatever. So that's one. Oh, the skeleton's moved. Okay, Right, just making sure this human guy right here, is that a peasant?
Yes, the two generic people are indeed peasants.
And what is this knife?
That is Kane.
Kane, me.
Oh, hello. Uh, in that case, she will give some actions to Leo so he can go over Nia.
If you go round to the other diagonal on that skeleton, you'll be flanking them with Festus. Festus is really hard to see on that.
Wait, can he reach there? He has like 35, so it's like
Yeah, 35 is enough to reach to the other side. So if you want to move Leo to the other side, you are now flanking this skeleton.
okay, did he use 2 actions or would he have had enough? I didn't check the math.
That was one action to move. He only has one action left because you can only give animal companions 2 actions unless you're special.
I know, I was just making sure that he didn't use 2 actions to move, but regardless, he's gonna bite this skeleton. Oh, not 1-9.
Yeah, that doesn't hit the skeleton, unfortunately.
Fucking he just runs over and flanks this skeleton, but in an attempt to bite him, he just like ends up biting his own tail somehow.
Okay.
Ooh. Regardless, that's still 2 for Leilu, so that's enough. She'll move here.
Yeah, I forgot you can't move Layla. I've broken something. Won't be here.
Yeah, and she will proceed to, you know what, fuck it, spell time. She will use okay, that's too risky. She will use a gouging claw.
Nice. I have that spell too.
Yippee!
Does it require you to be within 5 feet?
I believe so,
Is it
right?
a melee spell?
Yeah.
Cool. Then I'm gonna move Festus here and put you here.
Oh,
You would have been able to move there, but Festus was in the way.
oh, okay. All right, that will be 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, you get within range of this skeleton and you're distracted by this flailing vulture. And you're just shy of hitting it.
Okay, well, in that case, hold. Actually, if she was holding the javelins, then that would probably be an action to. Mm, mm, mm.
You would have only had 2 actions this round.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You
My
gave
bad.
a
Then
action
that's
to Leo.
yeah, right. My bad. And in that case, unfortunately, she is like cramping her hand, but then gets distracted by the bird. So that's it.
Lovely. Next in initiative, it is the peasant that's been wounded. Now that the skeleton that wounded it is dead, he is going to join his drinking buddy back here. And again, throw 2 rocks at the archer. Rock 1 is a critical miss. Rock 2 is a hit.
Nice.
So this peasant picks up these rocks and just sort of overhand chucks it as hard as it can and hits the skeleton in the side of the head with the rock, doing 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And the skeleton seems wounded. That's the end of the peasant's turn. Ramona, it is your turn once more.
Is Jess alive?
Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is move Festus. Then I'm going to attack with him for 15 to hit.
15's not a hit. I thought these skeletons would be weaker. Oh well.
That's fine. I will then use my actions to do a bunch of arrows.
Go for it.
That's a 13.
That misses.
That's a 13.
That misses.
And that's an 8.
They miss.
Lovely. All of my attacks miss, and I will end my turn.
Cool. Fable, it's your turn.
Ah.
You are watching as your compatriots seem to really be struggling to take down this one skeleton over here.
Well, I shall help. Actually, how far is he? Alright. Gonna approach here. One action goes there. Next, I'm gonna finally do my diddly doos. I can now point at this skeleton and give it a little chuckle. It must make me a will saving throw.
Hee hee hoo hoo, the skeleton gets a 14 for their will save.
That is a fail.
What happens to the skeleton?
So the target becomes frightened 1. Is that target also at half HP?
This one is over half still.
Okay, so nothing else happens additionally. But it is now frightened 1. And it cannot reduce its condition below 1 at this moment. As long as I sustain the spell. But I don't have to sustain it yet. Cool. I still have one more action left. I'm chuckling hee hee hoo hoo. And then with my last action, I will use my sling and take a shot at it. 21. As I'm
21
laughing,
hits,
I
roll damage.
shoot my sling. It takes 4 damage.
Takes 4 damage.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Ramona, you might need to move closer to hit it.
As you say that, it is the skeleton that is in the cluster at the moment. And seeing as Leilu, you are the largest combatant within melee range, it is going to flail at you, attempting 3 claw slashes.
3.
So an artificial 20, a 12, and a 12. Does a 20 hit you?
20. My AC is exactly 20, so like
Meat speed. I think that works. Fine. You take 5 points of slashing damage as this skeleton brings this claw down onto you.
oh, it's mean. Why?
That's the end of that skeleton's turn. Kane, it's your turn again. Gabby, you with us?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Sorry. So,
No worries, it's your turn.
yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, sorry. So, I'm going to move up to this skeleton How much is that? Yeah, 15 feet. So I'll move to this skeleton and use my spell strike with my Guardian Claw this time. So let me roll my thingy. 26. Okay. Is that a crit or no?
26, unfortunately, is one shy of being a crit. So just roll your normal damage.
Okay, it happens. So roll 1d2 plus 4. Right? Check. Yeah, plus 4. And roll 1d20. So that's 3d6 plus. Is that a plus or no? Plus 3 persistent bleed damage. So that's 20 damage total. And that 3 is bleed damage. I don't know if skeletons are immune to bleed or no, but that's what the spell says.
Skeletons are immune to bleed damage, but that doesn't really matter because you kill it anyway.
Nice.
Cool.
Hell
But
yeah.
this skeleton also crumples as you swing your kukri machete into it form.
Nice.
And I believe that's all 3 of your actions with 1 move and a spell strike.
Yep, correct.
So now that skeleton is also dead.
Mhm.
It's the one skeleton that's left.
Yeah. And it's the one I've been failing to kill all night.
All of you've all been really trying. This skeleton just seems to be immortal.
Well, it has a frightened 1 condition, so it's fine.
And it's got a -1 to everything it does. It is going to attempt to. What does it want to do? It's a skeleton. It's stupid. It's just going to attack each of the people within melee range of it. So does a 27 hit Leo?
A 27, let me check what a lion's ooh, that does hit. He has 18 AC.
So then he takes 4 points of slashing damage.
Is there any follow-up or is that it?
No, he's going to go for 1 attack on each of them. So the next attack is on Festus and does a 16 hit
16
Festus.
does not hit my bird.
Okay. Leilu, does a 2 hit you?
No. Unless you
Then
said 22 and it just cut you off.
no, just a 2, just a normal 2.
Nope.
What if it did?
Cool. Then it's the one of the peasants over here, and the peasant is going to spend all 3 of its turns throwing rock. That's all misses. I managed to roll 2 natural 1s.
Incredible.
So that's a
We love to see
first
it.
is a 4, which is a miss. The second one is a -2, which is also a miss, and the third one is a -3, which is also a miss. And it's back to the top of the initiative with Leilu.
Oh, this
So,
son of a
excuse me, go.
bitch is gonna die. 2 actions for Leo. Surely he could do it.
You
Enthusiasm.
can do this, Leilu.
18.
18 hits.
Oh, sweet, finally. That's 5 damage. Is this tiny? Yeah, 5 damage.
Cool. The skeleton is below half.
He could use his claws next. Does 24?
That also hits.
6 damage.
and Leo brings it to the ground and rips one of its ribs out. The skeleton.
Nice.
That was my microphone. I am sorry.
It's
It
okay.
happens.
Happens to the best of us.
We all the skeletons are dead. One of the peasants is wounded. And how do people wish to act? I shall be back in a moment. You can interact with each other or wait.
How did everyone fare there? You all holding up all right?
Mm, My shoulder is it's stinging a bit, but nothing I can't handle.
And Leo's just having fun with these bones.
I have an arrow in my side.
Uh, you should probably get that removed.
Yeah, it might cause an infection. She just inks it out of her.
Mm. Layla would like to meet the new guy, if that is okay.
Yeah, I just wave to you guys, saying hello.
Mm, I would.
Oh, go ahead, Gabe. Sorry.
So this one seemed to handle himself. Most people we've
Yes, you
seen.
do.
Yes, extremely competent.
Yes. Hey, we would like to offer our humble thanks.
Oh no, no, I thank you all. Without you, I would probably be, maybe not me, but the two gentlemen back there would probably be dead.
Oh,
Mm, mm, Well, I'm flattered, but with all due respect, I think you might have noticed I didn't even land a scratch on any of these bony fellows.
They're full of holes. They're rather hard to land hits on.
That is true. The damage doesn't matter. You got their attention, at least, I guess. Maybe.
Hmm.
I'm gonna start
Well,
tearing apart these bones.
mm, I suppose interruptions are necessary. Uh, I am Leilu. That is Ramona. This little one here is Fable. The bird is Festus, and this little rapscallion is Leo.
She just points to the lion happily chewing on bones.
Incredible. I bow down and present myself as Kendobun, or just King for short, if you don't like saying the full name. It is quite long after all.
Oh, I understand. I wasn't born with a name, so I usually called myself the one born from shadows. But then I heard someone call me Fable once. Do you prefer Kanoban or Kane?
I mean, my full name means the handsome, so I am quite fond of it.
Ah,
Uh, Leilu just giggles.
Oh, that is quite fitting. We seem to have a gentleman on our hands here.
Kane just smiles. But well, what brings you here exactly?
we are in search of a lost and missing girl. Stolen by a
Girl,
whale.
stolen by a whale.
A whale. Yes. It said so in the ledger.
How does that work?
I don't know.
Okay, so how are you going to find this whale exactly?
But that's not exactly the case. A young girl has been sold into slavery. She's currently possessed by a man known as the whale, not a literal whale.
Oh, that explains it. I was about to think you were mad for a second. Since it's you know illegal slave trafficking, I could help you if you would like.
Mm, Have no objections from me.
The more the merrier. We
Sure.
left our union just right back there. around the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am quite experienced in the. Well, I believe I could trust you since you saved my life, but I am quite experienced with the underworld, so I believe I could help you in a way or another.
The underworld, you say?
Yes.
Uh, that is fascinating.
And I think a world none of us are particularly well versed in already.
Mm-hmm.
No. Tell me about the underworld. I've been quite curious about it.
Well, how do I say this? I have been on the run for a little bit since someone kind of dirtied my name in a way. I used to work for a woman, and they told a lot of lies to that woman about me. So I'm just kind of running away from them now. But other than that, it used to be fine. I was a smuggler, leg breaker, thief, whatever you want to call me. It was a good enough life, I guess. Now I'm just kind of looking for a job and ways to not die.
Mm.
Um, well, I'm sure we can provide both of those things for you.
Absolutely. We're still mostly just surviving out here ourselves, I think.
Well, it's good to meet other, you know, people who are surviving.
Before I make this joke, I just want to clarify: is your character a male?
Yes.
Okay. It would, and besides, it's kind of nice to have a boy around for once.
Why is that?
Oh, that's true. I haven't noticed now, but yeah, that's true.
As this conversation goes on, you hear what sounds like some window shutters opening
Hmm.
as a half elf pokes their head through the window. Kane, you'd know this as the gentleman behind the bar. You assume he's also the proprietor of this establishment. And he looks out the window and goes, "Are they all gone?"
I just wave at him and say, "Yeah, I think so, unless unless some of them run away, but I don't think they can do that."
Oh, thank God. We are. I told. I need your help, all of you. Not far from here is an abandoned church with a graveyard in it. A few days back, there were rumors that a necromancer moved in, but we didn't believe them. We thought it was just the locals being superstitious. And he gestures to the skeletons dead on the ground. It seems they weren't. Could you please go and investigate for me and either deal with this necromancer or sort out whatever the eminence of this problem is?
Sure, why not?
Do we have time?
It is getting sort of early evening. It will be dark within a few hours.
Do you have any more information you can tell us about that?
It's directly north of here. It'll take you about an hour to get there. You can if you do this for me, you can have free rooms for the night and I'll even pay your tabs.
Mm.
Well,
Sounds like a good deal.
absolutely.
Alright. I would also like information about if you know anything about the whale.
Person through the window
Testing, testing.
just looks confused at you. They don't seem to have any idea what you're on about.
Oh, that's fine. Um, and these skeletons have anything on them?
Each skeleton was carrying a longbow,
Okay,
a glaive,
okay.
and a shield. Which is weird because a glaive is a two-handed weapon.
Mm-hmm.
and that's all they're carrying on them. Oh, they also have 5 arrows for the bow.
Cool. I'm gonna take all their fingertips.
What?
Go for it. You go around and you pick all of the finger bones out of these piles of bones.
Yeah. Also, one of them
And
is missing their toes. Only one, not the rest.
Fable,
Incredible.
your shrunken head approaches you
Oh, it's always on my
and
waist.
it begins to whisper to you,
Yeah, she's gonna
and
remove
you
it from a
can,
band.
as you hold it to your head, you hear the skeleton whisper, "This person talks of the ritual grounds. We must find them."
Fable will nod her head. And she'll put her shrunken orc head back on her belt. Which way did you say?
It was straight north from here. You can walk through the woods, or if you go that way, and then they point at the way you came in, there's a path that'll take you there.
Well, if you all are ready.
Absolutely. I'm sure these skeletons can't be any harder than the ones we just fought. And I collect all my missed arrows off the floor.
You can also
Yeah.
collect the arrows off the skeletons if you want.
What would I know about these types of things, rituals, things of that nature? Necrotic.
This is a rite specific to your patron. They have told you nothing about it, but the innate knowledge you have of your patron, you assume it's got something to do with sanctifying a dead person, basically. Rites of last rites sort of thing.
Cool. Alright. Time to straighten my back out. Stiffen up my shoulders. One more thing I was gonna say it at the beginning. I wanna know if I could before the night ended, use my magnetic coin that I left with the trader before I went to bed.
Oh yes, what is it? It's 3d10, isn't it?
Yep.
Sure, you can rob this man.
16.
Oh yeah, you managed to pull 16 gold pieces.
Cool.
Damn, okay.
There's a magical item Fable has that essentially allows them to rob people.
Then none the
Uh,
wiser.
like every day or no?
I can use it once a day, which is
Wow.
because this is technically a new day. I wanted to bring up that I used it the night before
I see, I see, I see.
because I did leave it the end of the other session.
Mm-hmm. Free money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So unless there is anything any individual party member would like to do while they were still here, the food on the buffet tables still seem to be hot.
I would take one chicken leg and just start eating it.
Cool. You start to chew on the chicken leg, and is there anything else the rest of the party would like to do before you begin to move on?
Well, I'm actually gonna stop my lion from going ham on the meat, no pun intended. But still take like mm, maybe a couple pieces of the meat, and if there's any sort of fruit or vegetable, take that too.
Are we bringing the Union with us to this cave, or shall they stay here?
I believe where we're going, the Union should see. It is one of a the grounds we are going on is one that's with decay.
mid-chew of a leg. I think we should inform our new ally of the union.
There might
Yeah,
be one.
the Union were hiding around the corner. They're yet to appear.
I think they should see it.
Oh,
Not participate in the action. I don't want any of them to die, and then Fable list all their names. Because Gabe does not remember all their names, because there's no list yet.
You have not been told their names yet.
Yeah, they're all fake names at this point. But yeah, Fable's gonna take the ears off this roasted pig and start chewing them. Like it's gum. And, start to make her way.
As you say that, peeking around from the corner of the shrub here, right on the edge of the building, is a stack of six goblin heads. And they all seem to be peering around the corner, stood on each other's shoulders.
Union? You shall wait here for us. Or come with. We decided come with, right? Sorry. I'm kind of excited for where we're going. A little giddy.
The goblin on the top of the stack looks at you. So, are we staying here or?
Grab some food and you'll be coming with us. But save
Come
for the
Union.
food.
Yeah, and Kane, this seems peculiar to you. A goblin horde, as a small goblin horde of 6 goblins, sprint to one of the tables and just start ripping things off the table and eating them.
I just look at my new friends and just ask, are they like your friends or what?
They're a collective of equal individuals that are funded only by their goal for more wealth. And we've sort of adopted them.
Interesting. Okay. I have nothing to say. I like goblins actually. I worked with a few of them. Just no comment really.
Did they also try to make a union?
I mean, kind of. It didn't go very well, but they continued to work with us for a while.
you say you work with goblins. Have you ever worked with merfolk before? 'Cause it would be pretty spooky if there was one around, wouldn't it?
King just thinks for a while with his hand on his, chin. Merfolk. He just tries to remember the times where he smuggled things offshore and inshore, and he just shakes his head. No, I don't think I've ever worked with merfolk, actually.
Oh, well, that's a relief, because they are scary.
King just laughs. Why do you say so?
Don't worry about it.
And she'll just walk away sinisterly.
Okay, then.
Yeah, this Leilu is very clearly a merfolk. They have some scales on their skin. They're wearing armor made of natural coral.
Interesting. A merfolk who's scared of merfolk.
Honestly, I think the reason why is because with merfolks, when you try to eat them or cook them, you have to cut them just right, or their natural poisons within their body taints the meat and can kill the person who eats it.
Stops
I-
looking. Oh,
I just start looking at them. Why? Why would you eat merfolk?
It's a rumor I heard.
Yeah, she stops looking cheekily sinister and just looks concerned by what you said, Fable, and that's saying a lot considering she's gotten used to your shenanigans by now.
Yeah, Fable's already said some pretty concerning things.
Incredible.
And if things go how I plan, it's going to get so much worse.
Oh no.
I love it. Feed into the
She just-
shenanigans.
She just closes her mouth and decides to focus on something else.
I am not afraid of merfolk fable. I just do not like the attention that comes from certain people when you say you are one.
Oh,
I see.
I hope that clears things up.
So yes, and by this point, the Union has completely stripped both the tables of meat, and there are 6 goblins all stood around, like barbecue sauce and chunks of meat all over their face.
yeah, I'm gonna start prestidigitation each one of them to clean them.
And the old leader of the Union says to you, "The Union is ready."
Great.
And
And-
then the party sets off.
The rest of the party's down for it.
Absolutely, let's head onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Do you take the path or do you stumble through the woods?
I think we should follow the path, surely.
Yeah, same.
Lovely.
All
So
right.
you come back out of the tavern you were in. You walk maybe about 5 minutes back from the direction 3 of you came from. And then there's this trailing, slightly narrower path that heads through the winding woods, or winds through the woods, heading northwards. Traveling up this path is uneven. Sometimes roots have managed to push the cobbles up. Other times you lose the cobbles under dirt and leaves, and you push through this. Push through this wilderness and reach the point. You push. Come on, brain. You push through this wilderness. You reach a point where you can see in the clearing the top of a collapsed chapel. And upon approaching the chapel, I need to put everyone's tokens down.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not able to place your own companions on the field, or do I have to place them down?
I can place mine down. Can I? What? No, I can't. You got to.
Cool, that's fine. Whether I had to do it or whether you were able to do it yourself.
Can we roll to recognize symbols and
Yeah.
religious stuff?
You can do. This place has been rather ravaged. A lot of the walls are overgrown with ivy, are dirty. Most of the windows are smashed. The building has completely collapsed in some places.
Could I
And the roof is full of holes.
roll for a cult?
You can roll for a cult.
9.
9 for your religion check. It's a church.
12.
Yep.
If you're religious.
What's
20 for an occult check.
Yep.
Why would you have a +7 for a skill you can't roll well in?
Oh, so you rolled a 2 and it ended up being a 9. Okay. 20 for your occult check. This seems like it's one of the churches of a primary god, but you can't tell which. It's been so long and so abandoned that there's nothing really left to see. Can everyone see the map?
Yes.
Lovely.
I can also
And-
see the cat necromancer.
Yes, the Necromancer.
Necromancer.
I thought it was a funny joke. And Fable, you see perched atop one of these iron rods a raven. And as you meet gaze with this raven, you get the innate sense that it is a companion to your patron.
Just like
But
my talking head.
just like your head, but it's just perched on the corner of one of these iron fences and just stares at you.
I'm gonna stare back at it. Just like this deep gazing stare.
Yeah, you just meet this thing's eyes, and you two just look at each other, and although no words are spoken and the creature does not move, you get the feeling that it's trying to urge you further.
Alright.
That's not spooky.
Because of that, I will. Ooh. So where would you say the raven is?
The raven is here.
Okay. The
It's
fact that you
on the
pointed
corner.
there, because I see that this goes downstairs over here. That's interesting. But because it's over there, Fable will believe this is the way to go.
Lovely, and the rest of you watch as Fable makes her way to the front doors of these churches. This church.
Mhm. Uh, wouldn't it be better if we, went around or scouted the place?
Well, there's a force telling me to continue on ahead. But if you guys believe it will be better to scout first, I'll be alright with that. I trust my patron. I
If
trust her
everyone
with
would
my
like
soul.
to make me a perception check.
Sure,
Gladly.
let me see.
Mm,
Should
I
be
mean,
five.
I trust you, Fable, on matters like this. It's not exactly like I have a patron.
Um,
It's a 29 for
18
me.
perception.
I
16.
wrote an 8. 8.
Uh,
29.
okay. Leilu and what was Rona's again? Sorry, Rona. What was your perception check?
18.
So, and Fable again. Sorry,
16.
16. So, Leilu, Fable, and Ramona, you sort of see, although it's beginning to get dark and the sun will be setting soon, you see glimpses through the doors and windows, and you see shuffling bodies. You cannot tell what they are. You just see shuffling bodies.
Necromancy, right? She's saying it to the party, not to the shuffling bodies.
Mm. Eh, Yes, by all accounts, that would be a very, uh, um, um, obvious sign of necromancy.
I'm sure it's fine. We must be able to deal with a necromancer just as we would any other mancer.
Well,
Well, uh, Fable, you're the, expert here. You lead the way.
well. Has Fable experienced? What would you say Fable's experiences in her home would have been like? What kind of vibes is if we walk through the front door? Is Fable getting?
What do you mean? As in what your
Will
experience
we
was
get
back in the
shot?
forest?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of bodies in there. You can't tell what they are, but there is a lot of them. and
Cool.
you have been told that it is a necromancer residing in a church. So you have a reason to believe that it is some form of undead army.
Mhm. Well,
I have a proposition, actually. If I go sneak around and scout out the place, I can find where the necromancer is, and we can just, slash the head off the snake, as they say,
Are
instead
you
of having to fight armies of skeletons just to get the same result.
are you confident in your sneaking abilities?
Yeah, I have been working with them for what, over 40 years now, so I am pretty confident in them.
Ah, then by all means, that sounds like a plan to me.
Okay, if I scream, come running.
oh, what if
Oh, mm-hmm.
what if they don't give you the chance to scream?
They will. I'm a very, very fast person, so don't worry.
All right.
So I am going to go around the place, like going really far, like around here, and just start looking around the church since I have a very wide field of view. You
Cool.
know,
Make me a stealth check, please.
stealth. Roll 1d20 plus. Let me check. Goes. Yeah, 9 plus 9. 16. Okay.
So as you come round to the edge of this, I can't remember what they're called. The little buildings that lead down into catacombs. They've got a specific name in a graveyard, and I can't remember what it is.
I
But
don't
you
know
reach
either.
this, yeah, you reach this collapsed chapel. Most of the wall has come down, and from where you are, you can see an altar with a dead knight sat laying against with their back against this altar, and someone clearly rooting through their body.
I see. Do they see me or no?
They do not see you. They are very focused on this corpse that they are robbing,
Rummaging
essentially.
through. I see. So, since I saw that, I assume that's a necromancer. So I just go back here where I was. Let me check here. There we go. So I whisper to the rest of the party. Okay, so at the back end of the church, there's a necromancer rummaging through a knight or something, someone wearing armor. I believe we can go through that huge hole in the wall where the tower has collapsed. If you guys have a better idea, that's okay.
I'll be up for it.
That should be fine.
Okay, so
So
let's
it
go
sounds like
around.
as a party you're going to be making a way round to the back of the collapsed steeple.
That does make sense.
Hmm.
Are we all heading through? Do we need to make stealth checks or anything?
Um, yes, everybody, please make me stealth checks if you attempt to do it quietly. If you just wish to stroll over, you can not make a stealth check, but there may be consequences.
My
Do I roll
stealth,
again or no?
No, you get to keep your previous stealth check.
Okay.
uh, my stealth stat is abysmal. Should I try anyway?
Sure.
Go for it.
Got a
What's the worst
22.
that could happen?
You kill us all.
19?
19, 22, Ramona.
I'm gonna spend a hero point and reroll mine.
Lovely. Oh, everyone got a hero point from defeating the skeletons and having neither of the peasants die, despite them only having 10 health.
So my first roll was a 12, my second roll was a 13, so I'm going to spend my third hero point.
Don't worry, I'm going to tell you now, 13's enough to not get noticed.
Oh, okay. I'll live with that.
13 will get you close enough for now.
Where are we going up here?
Yes, as a party, you have made it to here, where the steeple has collapsed, and where you can now see through the holes in the wall and the collapsed building the
Okay.
the necromancer rummaging through this corpse.
I have a request, actually. Can I prepare my spell strike or no?
Prepared actions in Pathfinder work slightly differently.
Mm-hmm.
In Pathfinder, if you prepare an action, you then cannot move.
And it
Okay,
automatically ends
let
your
me
turn.
measure. I see. Uh,
So
However,
okay.
you have all made it over there, as much as two of you don't want to move.
could
I
I perceive?
You would like to perceive?
Yeah.
Please perceive.
That or roll
Perceive the
in
world around of
occult.
you. You can do either.
Alright.
It
So
actually depends what you're trying to get information about.
I want to see if I can recognize any kind of symbols, anything. I want to recall knowledge. First I want to see what I can see, and then recall knowledge with everything I see.
So make me a perception roll to see how much of the scene you can see.
That's a 21.
Lovely. You can quite clearly see this altar has had everything wiped off of it and is just covered in lit candles.
Alright.
Laying against the altar is this very heavily armored knight in plate and a great sword led across his lap, clearly dead. Blood, dried blood on the gaps of all of his armor, and you see this hunched over, hairless Sphinx cat wearing this dark coat with the popped collar, adorned with chains and buttons, leaning over this corpse and rummaging through his pockets.
Is there any noticeable symbols on the knight or the cat?
No, neither of them have particular symbols. However, upon looking at this knight, the head at your hip becomes agitated. That's probably the wrong word.
Does it seem like it hates the knight, or the fact that
No, it seems to want you to approach the knight, and you again hear whispers coming from this head, but it's not anything you can make sense of yet. You get the feeling that if you were to get closer to this knight, the head would want to communicate with you.
Alright.
And if anyone else would like to make me perception checks to see what they can see, they can, or they can go off Fable. She seems to be taking an active role at the moment.
There's no harm in checking.
I just realized I should have healed. I'm such an
Nat 1.
I'll do perception.
Ramona, this building looks very dangerous and looks like it could collapse on you at any minute.
That's worrying information to go on a Nat 1. Thank you.
It's a 12 on the perception.
Yes, Leilu, on your 12, you can make out some movement on the inside of this building over by the altar, and that's about all you can tell.
Oh my. Damn it.
I need to get in there. Um, this over here seems like a
You reckon you could actually sort of weave your way in through here
okay.
without having to squeeze or anything like that? It is a. This used to be a bell tower, and the bell is missing. The wall that it's landed on has completely collapsed, and there's still a big gap in the side of the bell tower that you could easily get a person through.
All right. I'm gonna make my way ahead unless anyone objects.
No objections. Actually, I am going with you, if that's fine. I need to get closer to the cat. I have something in mind.
Question: do you know how to? Are you good at throwing things?
I not quite. I am good at getting places.
Ah,
I have a decent hand if you want me to throw something.
oh, if things go south here, she's gonna hand you 2 alchemist fires moderate.
No, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And she's gonna make her way up. Still stealthily. About here as well.
There's a way to roll every.
Yeah, around here.
Yeah. I've added them
Perfect.
to the encounter list. I just want to know.
That's a lot of
This is not doing the thing. Oh, there it. Fuck, it is doing the thing. Here you go. Yeah. Players, the combat initiative. Lovely. Before anyone acts, can everyone roll me initiative now?
Yes.
Gladly.
And seeing as two of you have entered the building, would Leilu and Ramona, would you like to try and get close to the building or wait for some sort of signal?
Yeah, I will. I will position myself a little bit further round, maybe, like sort of by this door. But yeah, that's about it for me.
There is currently a collapsed bell tower in between you and the target.
How
You
hard is
can
it?
stand on top of the bell tower. It's reasonably easy to climb up there
Okay.
if you'd like.
Yeah. I guess if it's so hard the terrain here, I might have to go with my swords instead of my bow. So I will follow a little bit behind.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to stand next to Ramona just for the sake of like supporting her.
Cool. Please, that fucking moves all of you. I don't want to do that.
Sorry, my mouse.
No, I accidentally picked up and moved all of you. Can you please position your animal companions as you wish them as well?
Yeah.
Leilu, I forget Leilu can't move herself. So Leilu, you follow Ramona up and clamber onto this collapsed bell tower, and you get a pretty good view of this necromancer who seems very engrossed in searching this person's pockets. Can everyone please give me initiative?
I rolled one already.
23.
16 on
24.
sorry. 16.
Damn, I'm rolling really low today for some reason.
It's okay, you're at the mercy of the dice.
Yep.
Everyone's at the mercy of the dice. Leilu, what did you say yours was? Sorry?
Oh, 16.
16. Fable, what was yours?
23.
23. Kane, you said yours ended up being 1, didn't you?
6 total, I believe.
6 total. Cool.
Yeah. So 1 plus 5.
Yeah. Ramona, what was yours?
24.
4. All right. So, as players, you are going, because you have set up this semi-ambush thing, you are going to get a surprise round. Pathfinder doesn't normally give you surprise rounds, but I've decided you're having one. So, at the current top of the player initiative, it's Ramona.
I will delay and wait for these two to give a signal.
Cool. Would you like to delay to a specific spot?
After Faye or after Kane? Right after Kane.
Who's
Okay.
Fate?
How does delaying work? It makes your initiative just equal to whatever you want it to be, doesn't it?
You essentially wait either before or after a turn, and then you go, but then that's where you are permanently in initiative until you either wait again or you get knocked over.
So yeah, I'm kind of just going after one of them gives the signal. So I don't know who's going to give a signal. So
Fable, it is now your turn in initiative.
Cool. Does my head, as we've gotten this close, say anything? I'm assuming it wants that body in some regard.
You hear. Do you sort of lift your head to your head?
Yeah, I lift
So
my
you
shrunken
can-
head to my head.
Cool, and you hear the head whisper, "The body, the night. The rite must be performed."
Do I take this as whatever the necromancer is doing should continue? Or do I take this as...
You take this as the necromancer is currently defiling one of the servants of your patron.
Ah, groovy.
This
That's
knight
what I thought.
seems
I
to
just wanted to make
be
sure.
this knight seems to be a servant of your patron. You get the feeling that the raven was his familiar.
Alright. Yeah, it's time to let loose.
Are you sure? I can make you, I can catch them off guard. I can teleport, if you want.
Oh, don't worry.
Your choice.
Fable is going to take her head,
Mm-hmm.
the head in her hand. She's gonna chuck it at this cat. It's gonna... The head itself is gonna hit the cat.
Is there a further plan to this? Are you going to use it to cast a spell, or are you just chuck
Yeah.
the head at
This is Fable's way of casting Goblin Pox on the cat.
Oh, okay. What do I have to do for Goblin Pox?
It needs to make me a Fortitude saving throw.
Cool. Fortitude saving throw. Fortitude's not great. Doesn't matter when it rolls a natural 20. That's a 29.
Nothing happens. Fuck, man. That was my whole turn.
Yeah, and as this shrunken head, you sort of swing it round by its hair and then throw it. It hits this cat, and the cat's almost sort of knocked unstable and sort of comes to its knees, looks at you, and then just hisses.
Fable, seeing magical cats and magical dogs in the wild, she just goes, "Buck, buck! Buck, buck!" to intimidate it, and that's Fable's turn.
Cool. So the next in our current combat initiative is Lelu.
No.
Okay, let's see here. I'm guessing the cat's out of the bag and there's not much point in being stealthy, or am I wrong?
No, the Necromancer is now aware, or at least aware that Fable and Kane are here, because Fable just threw a head at its head.
Oh, so we could potentially still get the jump.
As I wait back to my turn, I gotta pee. Use the bathroom. Be right back.
Okay.
Obese. Hmm.
If you wish to attack it with a melee attack for this round, it is considered off guard.
Hmm.
It is off guard, actually. Interesting. I think I can do something with that.
He is off guard, which means his armor class has dropped by 2. And all of the opponents are off guard till the start of the next round.
Okay, I would like to, if it's okay, use animal form and transform into a canine.
Sure. I assume it works almost identical to 5e's wild shape.
Effectively. Okay, this shit is way too long to read, so I'll just send you a screenshot. Oh,
No,
wait, I
don't worry,
can't.
just carry on as it should be. I trust that you have read and understand the rules.
Yeah. Alright, well,
Although these skeletons, now that you can see 2 of them, look less sturdy than the ones you fought earlier.
right, well,
Good to know.
Ramona, you have witnessed your friend transform into, okay, think of a dog. Uh, like, I don't know, like a bloodhound. Sure.
I was gonna say Chihuahua, but okay.
Chihuahuas are only good at emotionally hurting you, not physically.
True.
I mean, chihuahuas do make great trebuchet ammunition.
Okay, the spell isn't all that specific about this unless I misread, so I'm going to go off the assumption that turning into the animal costs an action.
What is it called?
Hmm?
What's the thing called?
Animal form.
Yeah, Gabby, as you can tell, we're all still pretty new to Pathfinder. It's 2 action cast.
Hmm.
Of course, that makes sense.
It's a 2 action cast, and it only lasts a minute.
I haven't played Pathfinder in a while. I forgot about the stars. Cool. Yeah. So she she transforms into this little bloodhound and will okay, I'm pretty sure canine is like okay, 40 feet.
Yeah,
And
you
she will
get
use her
40 feet
final
of
action.
movement, and
Huh?
you get 40 feet of movement and a jaw melee attack plus the default things you get. So your armor class is now 16 plus your level. You get 5 temporary hit points. You get low light vision and imprecise sense. Yeah.
Mm. Oh wait, I could go behind this guy and flank him. Wait, hang on. Is that little thing here an ally or
I'm back.
Yeah, that's a shrunken head that's been yeeted across the room.
yeah, she will stand here to flank this guy unless the head doesn't whatever. She still wants to stand there.
Yeah, go. Do you have enough room to go around, or are you going to have to go through?
Uh, ruler. It might take a couple of turns for her to get around there.
I just mean the person. Like, can you go? Because if you have to go through the person, you have to do a tumble through check.
Okay, well, if it's a tumble through check, I will. Bless you.
Let's
I
see.
will
If,
attempt it.
Oh, Fable, your shrunken head as this necromancer sort of comes to their senses of what the fuck is going on. Your shrunken head becomes sickened one.
Ugh.
that's fine.
And Leilu, you are moving to the other side of this person. Leilu, as you get there, you enter the necromancer's stench of decay aura, and the just unbearable stench of rot and putrid meat fills your nose, and you're sickened one.
I picked the worst time to be a bloodhound. God damn it!
So yeah, you're sickened one, which I believe is just a -1 to everything.
Dog whimpering sound effect as she tries to cover her nose with her paws.
So is that all you'd like to do? That's all you can do with your turn, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all I can physically do. I turned into a dog and I picked the worst possible dog to be. I could have at least been a pug. Those things can't breathe.
True.
Then
Oops.
in this surprise round, it goes down, and Kane, it is your turn. What actions would you like to take?
I am going to. Let me see. I have this conflict spell, I think. Let me check here. Can I use my conflict spell and my spell strike in the same turn, or no?
Yes, but you have to use the spell strike first, because I believe the rules state that your conflux spell can only happen after your spell strike.
Not exactly. I know that the conflict spell recharges the spell strike. So,
Okay, then yes, you can use your conflux spell first.
okay, so I use my conflict spell, which is, let me see the name, Dimensional Assault. So, range, half your speed, you tumble through space, making a short dimensional hop to better position yourself to attack. Teleport to any square in range that's within of a creature. So, I go behind the cat as well, around there. I am forced to make an attack. Let me see.
Lovely. You are now also sickened one.
Yep.
Sickened one means you get a penalty of 1 to all of your checks and DCs.
Mm-hmm. Including the attack roll or no?
Yes.
Okay.
All checks includes attack rolls.
Okay, so that's a +8. That's a 14. Does it hit or no?
A 14 is not a hit, no, unfortunately.
Okay, so I now use my spell strike with my gouging claw.
Lovely. So, because you're attacking twice in one turn,
Mm-hmm.
in Pathfinder, there is a concept called multiple attack penalty.
Yep.
And what multiple attack penalty does is for every additional time you attack in a single turn, you have to minus a number from that attack.
Mm-hmm.
Normally it's 5. You're using an agility weapon, so that brings it down to 4. So this attack roll will have -4 off of what it would normally be.
Mm-hmm. So +4. 17, does it hit or no?
No, unfortunately, 17 does not hit.
Damn, that's a tanky necromancer. Okay. So that's the end of
Yeah,
my
he's got
I guess.
AC for days.
What?
Well,
Wait,
like-
what didn't hit?
17.
17.
Damn.
But like, isn't he supposed to have like -2 AC since he's surprised? Or no?
That's still not a hit. That only brings his armor class down to 18.
Ooh, 20
Oh,
AC.
okay.
That is scary.
He is a 20 armor class.
Sad. That's the end of my turn then, I guess.
Lovely. If that's the end of your turn, then Ramona, it is your turn.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I've got swords out, and I will run up to get flat-footed. And I think I just go for double sword slash.
Go for it. You are second one.
Okay, that should be fine.
And you have to beat an armor class of 20. No, 18. He's flat-footed now.
Yeah, I believe in myself. Alright, the first roll is a 26 minus 1, 25.
That hits.
Second one is a 19 minus 1, 18.
Meets beats. As he is currently flanked.
Then I think that is 7 points of damage total as I swing with my swords.
That's fine. You have still managed to hit and damage him, unlike the rest of your party this round. Is that all? That's all you can do, isn't it? One move, 2 attacks.
Yeah, 1 move, 2 attacks. That's me.
Cool. So now that that is over, we go to the top of the initiative, which is the Necromancer, and the Necromancer is currently very, very upset. This cat hisses and what this do?
Prepare to die, foul beast.
Die, monster. You don't belong in this room.
You disrupted one of the one who belongs to the matter.
No necromancy here.
Yes, the dead shall be made to serve the living, more specifically me. And Ramona,
Yes.
please make me a fortitude save.
Okay, a fortitude save. That is a 18.
18. If you have a spare hero point, I would recommend that you use it.
I will re-roll that then. 26.
That passes. You are only going to take half as this necromancer reaches out, grabs onto your wrist, and casts the vampiric touch. For a grand total of 23 half.
For 11.
11, yeah.
Oof.
You take 11 points of damage as it casts Vampiric Touch on you.
I'm not feeling so good after that one.
And he gains 5 temporary hit points. And the Necromancer is going to attempt to move. So they have to make a tumble through check. Oh no, they don't. They can go this way. And they move to here. None of you are sickened 1 anymore. That fades as soon as you're outside of the reach of the Necromancer. It is the end of the Necromancer's turn. Fable, it is your turn.
Alright, I can still see him around the corner, right?
Yes, you can still see them.
Cool. I will cast Scrounger's Glee and give a little cackle.
Is that the
Will save.
will save?
Yeah.
Necromancer's pretty good at will saves. That's a 29.
Yeah, that passes. Nothing happens. You know what he should suck at, though? Stumbling Curse. He needs to make me a reflex save.
A reflex save. He's actually pretty good at them too.
The
But
fuck?
that doesn't matter when he rolls a 3. That's a 15.
That a 15. Holy shit! That's a normal
He
failure.
has a plus 12 to his reflex and wisdom.
As success, the target takes a -2 penalty to athletics and acrobatics checks to start with. So he's a -2 penalty to those.
Okay.
And each time the target strides, it uses the first 5 feet of movement of the stride to move 5 feet in a random direction. This is forced movement. This has no effect on a creature with only 5 feet of movement.
Forced movement, so he has to spend the first action of every round moving at least 5 feet in a random direction.
Each time he tries to move.
Each time he tries to move, that's fine.
So one of his whatever movement speed he is, has to be spent, randomly.
Yep, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna use my last action to call over my little guy.
Both of those spells only 1 action.
Yep, because they both of my witch's hexes.
That's fine. It's pretty good if she could land any of them.
Yeah, they're amazing. I like it. I just don't like the fact that he's being a little asshole. Oh, actually, I could have did something else, but I'll do that next round. Turn end.
Turn end? Cool. So, you hear the clattering of bones as the horde begins to move. So skeleton 1 is going to go up to here and is going to attempt to strike Leilu.
Uh-oh.
Leilu, does a 8 hit you?
8?
8.
No.
Cool. So that's that skeleton's turn. This skeleton is going to make it through here, and I believe that's as far. No, they can make it. Push past the necromancer. Ramona, does a 15 hit you?
No, it does not.
Cool. Then this skeleton is going to stumble into here. And it is going to not attack anything. No, it's going to use both of its actions to get here. And that's all it's going to do, because it can't do anything else. Why did I put so many? I thought this was going to be a fun horde battle, and I just spawned too many skeletons. The other skeleton makes it to here. Then this skeleton only makes it as far as here. And then Leilu, it's your turn. This room has very quickly filled with these skeletal guards.
Oh my. By any chance, did we get a chance to heal since that previous battle?
No, not the previous ones with the skeleton.
No.
However, you
Yeah,
would have
that's-
been able to get your daily rest the night before.
I'm honestly gonna blame myself. I should have healed. I forgot. Regardless. Okay, what I could do is I could do chilling spray, which is a cone of icy shards burst from your spread. Wait, hang on, I'm a dog. Never mind.
Bark, bark.
Whoops. Idiot. Anyway, okay. Yep. Yeah, I see. I shall. I'm sorry, I'm just doing something
I
real
mean-
quick. I apologize.
That might be about to be what happens to the party.
Oh
Depends
no.
how well you guys deal with a horde full of skeletons.
True. I'm just gonna try and focus on the necromancer.
Uh, okay. Sorry.
These skeletons do look rather weak.
Stats. Okay. I'm so sorry I'm taking so long. I'm just.
Don't worry, take your time. Remember, if you're stuck on what to do, there is nothing wrong with just wailing on the nearest enemy.
That's
True.
the thing. I really should have. I'm trying to figure out like what the modifier to like bite this guy is, because it's just saying like 2D.
2d8 is the damage. It is your unarmed melee strike.
Unarmed melee strike.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like
So
a
if you add fist to your table,
I wish that like
to your
this
offense,
app this app would just have like an unarmed strike thing like the 5e app has, but whatever.
you gotta add it yourself. Snotty, it's called fist. You gotta fist it.
No. You can't make me. Alright, my fist is nat 27 on this one.
This one?
Yeah.
Cool. Roll your damage.
Okay. I used to roll the die. Okay, and the wait, is that a crit? Yes or no?
Yes, it's a crit. It's a natural 20, so
Okay, I rolled 9 on the 2d8, so that's like
you barrel your head into this skeleton and it just collapses into a crumple on top of you. It's dead.
its head, as if to think I thought this necromancer's gang would have been stronger. Well, she's gonna sorry about the whistle. Well, she's gonna bite him again, even if it's a smaller percentage. Well, not bite him again, like this guy in front of her.
Go for it.
19.
That hits.
Okay, oops, almost press damage.
I don't think you can actually not do enough to kill him. These skeletons only have 4 hit points.
5 damage.
The skeleton crumples once again.
She will then proceed to move down here so that she can attack more skellies
Go for it.
as a last action.
That's the end of your turn.
Yeah, bark, bark, wolf.
Rough.
So this skeleton is going to use an action to take a step forwards and is going to strike at Ramona twice. Ramona does a 16 hit you.
A 16 does not hit me.
Does an 8 hit you?
8 does also not hit me.
So this skeleton guard approaches you and wails, swinging wildly, missing both times.
Haha!
Unfortunately, Leilu, it's the skeleton you just ran up to, and it's going to strike you 3 times.
Oh no, not my fragile doggy face.
These skeletons seem rather unsophisticated. So I'm guessing a 7 misses, a 9 misses, and a -2 misses.
Well, according to the spell, my AC is 16 plus my level, so that's like
So it's 19 at the moment. So yeah, all of those attacks miss. Not a single attack made it into double digits, don't worry.
rip.
Nerd.
So then this skeleton is going to run around to here and make 2 more attacks on Leilu. A 19 does hit you, doesn't it? That's your armor class now, isn't it? I believe.
Yeah.
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 The other attack wildly misses. It's like a 4. And you take 5 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
Oh no, sorry, 7 points of slashing damage.
Double oof.
And that's his turn.
Oof dog hurt sound effect.
And then this skeleton is going to shuffle his. What's that? It's not what I do, game. No, yeah, this skeleton is going to shuffle past the
No.
necromancer And Ramona does a 22 hit
Yes,
you.
22 is definitely gonna fucking hit me.
What about a 6?
6 is not gonna hit.
So you take 5 points of slashing damage as this skeleton runs up to you, hacks at you with a scimitar, passing through your armor once and managing to nick your flesh.
I'm not looking good.
And then, Kane, it is your go.
Okay. So, first thing I'm gonna do is use my conflict spell to teleport by the necromancer. Here, I'm going to attack. I believe I'm still sick, so that's a -1, right?
Yes, you become sickened as you enter his 5-foot aura.
Okay. 25, does that hit?
That hits.
Okay, so 1d6 plus 4. 8, nice. So, what I'm gonna do is use a dirty trick. What that does is I need to roll my thievery against his reflex DC. So let me roll thievery. 20 plus 9. Roll reflex DC.
His reflex DC is
Mm-hmm.
22.
Really?
He has a plus 12 to his reflex.
What the fuck?
And
Okay.
DCs are always the number plus 10.
Yeah, I know. Damn, okay, that doesn't do anything then. I'm sad now. I still have one action, and with that action, I'm going to try and trip the necromancer.
Go for it.
Uh, I roll athletics, right? Plus four,
Yes.
18.
Attempt an athletic check versus their reflex.
Oh yeah,
Did you get?
that does. I got an 18. 18 does not go through the reflex DC.
No, unfortunately, 18 does not beat his reflex DC.
Yeah,
I will tell you, this necromancer is 2 levels higher than an individual member of this party.
I see.
This is a level 5 creature.
Oh, I know.
So beatable, but it ain't gonna be easy.
No. Luckily, all the skeletons are -1 creatures and only have 4 hit points.
I see. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. That's the end of my turn then.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Ramona, it is your go. You are surrounded in your front by 2
Yes.
skeletons.
3 skeletons.
3 skeletons, and just beyond those 3 skeletons is your new companion Kane and this hairless necromancer cat. A 29 hits, and I'm sure you'll kill it. It only has 4 hit points. It is a critical. Cool. You whack the skeleton with your short sword, and it shatters, all of its bones scattering across the back wall, and as its skull flies out the window. The necromancer is not yet bloodied.
I'm on very low health, so while I've killed that first skeleton, I'd love to run and deal with this necromancer, but I don't know if I can afford to be surrounded. So I'm just gonna step and deal with these 2 skeletons. So I'm gonna do another attack. That's a natural 20 and a 26.
Both of those hit.
Cool. That's 12
Both.
points of damage.
Both of those are crits, even. One on each skeleton, or?
Oh no, that's natural 20 for 26.
Oh, okay.
So it's just 1 for 12.
1 for 12. Yeah, which one? The one in front of you or the one to the left?
Let's go for the one in front.
Cool. It is also Very dead.
Last roll's a 19. Look at that.
You hit it. You hit this. I assume you're hitting the one to your left.
Yeah, the last one for 6 points of damage.
That one also. So you land. You swing wildly, putting a single blow into each of these skeletons, and every single time, without fail, they collapse under the weight of your strikes.
Just a spinning blade, a magical rapier in one hand, magical short sword in the other. Stab, stab, stab.
Stab, stab. And then there's this, and then it's the go of this one lowly skeleton that can't actually get in there, so he's just going to stand in the way of the necromancer.
Nice.
We are back to the top of initiative. With the necromancer. The necromancer is going to me a fucking description game. The necromancer is going to cast Ray of Frost on you, Kane. So does a what's his spell at there? Ooh, does a 29 hit you?
That crits me,
That
actually.
crits you.
Yeah.
That's not great. Don't worry. It's only 2d4 damage.
Okay.
Well, 2d4 damage double. Fuck, now the d4's gone.
At worst, it's a 16.
Yeah.
At best, it's a 4.
True.
It is a 5.
5 damage total.
Yes, 5 damage total.
That's nothing. Okay, I am happy.
And it is going to... Is he just going to keep running away? Or is he going to try and fight you? You are all significantly outnumbered.
But not outgunned.
Yes, but you do seem to have more armaments than he does.
Is he gonna move?
Deciding whether he moves or whether he stands. Do you know what? He is actually going to... he casts Shield, which just ups his armor class by 1. And that's his whole turn. So,
Cool.
Kane, this necromancer, extends his hand, hitting you with a few blasts of ice. And then he looks around, realizing that he's out-armed, and casts a spell that puts a magical barrier in between him and the rest of the group. And that's his turn. Fable, it is your turn.
I need another will save as I chuckle.
Oh, wow. That's a shit roll. 18.
Woohoo! Failure! He is frightened 1. And cannot be unfrightened.
Oh, he is frightened 1.
As long as I sustain the spell every turn. For 1 minute. Secondly, I am going to make an attack with needle darts.
Go for it.
That's a nat 20 for 29.
That is a critical hit.
12 points of damage, and he is 2 persistent bleed damage.
12 points of damage and 2 persistent bleed damage. Lovely. Okay. While he is still confident, he is less sure.
Oh. Sorry, Yeah, it was 12.
All of
I
the
need to
dead
double check
skeletons.
my roll.
Fucking off.
Yeah. That's my turn. As I'm staying near this corner. Excuse me. Your turn.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Skeleton. It's this one, Laylu.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Laylu. This skeleton again flails at you with the scimitar it holds in its hand. It will attack you twice.
Okay.
That is a 8 and a 10,
Both miss.
and it is going to raise its shield as its third and final action.
That's an
That
okay.
Its go, and then there is one more skeleton which is going to shuffle past all of his friends to here. And because Kane, you are now flat-footed to this skeleton and the necromancer, and the skeleton is going to make 2 attacks against you.
Oh no.
Don't worry, one of them is a -3. The other one is a 14 plus 6, 20. 20. I assume that hits you. Your armor class is 19, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Cool. You take 6 points of slashing damage
6.
as
Okay.
this skeleton ambles up behind you and whacks a scimitar into your back. And then, Laylu, it's your turn.
Sweet. Okay, so has a minute passed in game?
No. Each round is 6 seconds, like in 5e. So it's been
Okay.
2 rounds.
In that case, time to bite some more skeletons.
Go for it, nibble. You've got an array of 4 to choose from.
15 on the one right here.
Yep, 15 to the one on your right is no, that's a miss, actually, unfortunately.
Oh man.
The skeleton's armor class is 16.
Well, I'm gonna try again. It's a nat 1 for.
Yes, unfortunately, 4 does not.
I could move, but like, I don't know. Should I take a gamble and see if I could get something good with the -1?
Do it.
Go for it. If you roll a 17, you hit it.
Let's go gambling. 17. Oh my god.
You hit the skeleton. Roll damage.
That was spooky. Did you predict that? I could send you a screenshot in case I'm bullshitting you.
Yeah, I trust you.
Okay. More than Gabe trusts me.
I
I don't
trust
trust
everyone
anyone.
here that you're all sensible enough to not lie about your numbers in a Dungeons and Dragons game.
I mean, maybe I'm just not in the mindset of other people, but I just don't really see the point.
What
It's
if I
like,
start?
yeah.
What if I start lying, but I just say keep rolling nat ones?
I mean, if
That's
you wanna go for it, but
That would be one
That's-
way to play.
that's 14 damage on that Skeletron.
yeah, you headbutt this skeleton and it collapses dead.
I want to clarify that I'm not headbutting them, it's a jaw attack.
Alright, then you lunge at this thing, grab one of its ribs, and as you pull its ribs out, the rest of it just collapses onto the ground.
Yeah, that's all I can do, unfortunately.
Okay, so it is this skeleton. These 2 skeletons are stood right next to each other and are both going to do the same thing, so I'm going to combine their... Yeah. Laylu.
Yeah.
10 misses. 18 misses. 15 misses and 8 misses. So those two
Oh.
skeletons hurriedly flurry at you, both of them missing 2 attacks, and then they sort of cower behind their shields.
I'm honestly amazed that they're failing to kill a tiny little dog.
You're too far down. They can't be bothered to lean over to try and spank you with the newspaper. Just hit you on the nose with the rolled up newspaper.
A Google Bloodhound just on Google. They look so floppy.
Kane, it is your go.
Okay, I am unsure what to do. Actually, can I see if the necromancer is wearing any armor or no?
I believe the necromancer is wearing a hooded robe.
And I can't do anything about it. It's not made of metal, is it?
No, it's not metal.
Yeah. I will try to use. First of all, I'm going to use my spell parry, so I get a +1 to my AC against spells. Now I'm going to use my dirty trick, which does the same thing. Just roll thievery +9. 23. That passes. Okay, so now he is clumsy for 1 turn. That means that he gets like -1 to everything dex related, including his AC. So he's easier to hit by 1.
Sweet. He's
Nice.
frightened, which minuses his AC, and he's clumsy.
Does
Correct.
frightened minus armor class, or is
I
frightened
think frightened affects armor class. I know it affects a lot of things, but I think
penalty?
it
It
affects.
affects to checks and DCs. I don't think armor class is counted in and amongst DCs.
Okay,
It
now I'm
does.
going.
Frightened counts against AC.
Nice.
Okay, that's fine. Then yeah, his armor class is currently 18.
Loser.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a normal attack.
Yeah, smack him.
8. 19, that hits. Okay.
That hits.
6 + 4. 10 damage, nice.
Love. And is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Ramona, it is your go.
Amazing. Okay, I'm gonna run up to the Necromancer, and I think I'll go for some stabs on him. That is a 28 for the first one.
That is a crit because of his lowered armor class.
You sure?
His armor class is 18.
Lovely. That's 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. That's fine. The necromancer is starting to look very unsure of his current position.
Question.
And then my next roll is a 2.
Wait. How much HP do you have, Jess?
Not much.
Cool. I'm going to use my reaction. So, he is now no longer frightened. But, Jess, you get 3 hit points back.
Thank you.
Critically hitting him. Also, because I used a reaction with a hex, he has to roll me a will saving throw.
Oh, that's a 16.
That's a failure. He is now sickened 1. No, not will, fortitude. So whatever you rolled, it's his fortitude AC, not his.
Oh, so that's even less. That's 13.
Yeah, still a fail. If you're familiar with less than half your maximum, does he have less than half his max HP?
Yes.
Cool. He's sickened 1. He gets
Cool.
yeah.
So his armor class is now 17.
Woohoo! Witch stuff.
Cool.
You did it
Ramona,
very
is that all you
witchy.
can
That is
do?
it for my turn. Thank you very much for my health back.
You're welcome. It's only 3 hit points, but 3 can really do a difference sometimes.
Ramona, does a
AC is currently 19 because of the sickened.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Oh god, oh god.
Does a Oh, that's fine. Does a 20 beat your reflex?
20?
20. I believe it's 20 for shove for pass through, isn't it? Reflex.
Reflex is 21.
So he fails to get past you, and he also fails to get. Well, he can try and get past the next. So the skeleton struggles with the necromancer and then bounces off of you, and he's now leaning up against the broken window. And that's the end of his turn, and it's back to the top of the initiative with the necromancer. Kane, can you please make me a will saving throw? You have to beat a 21.
Me?
Yes, please.
Will save. Let me see. Risky.
You got this.
Nice. 23.
Lovely. Because you succeeded, you are only frightened 1. You are now frightened 1.
No. Actually, since I am a irrepressible Genzi, when you roll success on a save against an emotion or fear effect, you get a critical success instead. So, yeah, critical success.
Oh, very cool.
Lovely. So you watch as this necromancer raises his hand, tries to fill your thoughts with the things you fear most, and then you realize and remember that it is just this tiny cat man trying to fight you.
I just laugh really, really loudly, like
And
a maniac.
you reckon you could kick this guy's ass.
Oh, I will.
And he has... yeah, he's getting pretty desperate. He draws his light mace from his hip. He is now holding a light mace, and that's the last thing he can do on his turn. Fable,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn.
Alright, time to do Fable things. Fable thing 1. I'm gonna re-put him back to frightened 1. With Scrounger's Glee.
Do I have to make a save for that? Or does it
Yeah,
just
another one.
happen?
Will. You have to make another will save.
Unfortunately, that's a 30.
That passes.
What the hell? Okay.
I will then use my last focus point to use Patron's Puppet. Essentially, I can give my familiar 2 actions.
Go for it.
And I'm going to shuck my head once more at him.
Yeah, the head becomes sickened 1 as it crashes into this necromancer's chest.
It's fine, as long as he... You know what? Jess, are you still super low HP?
I'm pretty low health. I've got about 13 health left.
Alright. Do you want to be healed, or do you want me to do damage?
I mean, there's not that many skeletons alive. If
You're
you can
right,
deal damage, it might be good.
Cool. Gouging Claw on, the cat. As his head flies, just fucking... the mouth opens up on this orc's head, and it uses its tusk to make an attack. That is a 21.
Go for the little gnawing head that hits.
Oh, has he been taking his 2 persistent bleed damage, by the way?
No, he hasn't. How many rounds have we had since?
2.
And he's got to make a flat DC 15 check to stop bleeding.
Yeah. But doesn't he have to do that on his turn?
Yeah, but he's had a turn this round.
If you hit, you deal each.
He fails the check, so he's still bleeding.
Wow. Cool. That hits, so he takes 13 points of damage from Gouging Claw.
Nice.
So, this necromancer backed into the corner, forced to using his melee weapon, is trying to fend the people around him off. And then out of nowhere, this fucking head slams into the side of his head, and he hits the ground, dead. And as he dies, the skeletons around you also fall.
Nice.
That is the end of combat. Everyone gets a level up.
Oh, nice.
Oh, snap.
And this is where the session shall end.
Yay!
Because the session has
Yay.
gone on for
2 hours and 56 minutes.